Hey y'all, I'm Wilson. Welcome to my little shop. If y'all have been watching any of my videos, you know I'm working on the shop. You can tell it looks a little bit different in here now. I finally got a chance to start working on that back wall. The shop is in bad shape. It's like me, it's old and decrepit, falling apart. So I'm gonna do kind of a little shop update tonight. I'm gonna bring y'all back here and show y'all what I'm working with, how bad it is. But first off, before I do that, I had someone comment on my videos, on one of my videos last week about dados. I build cabinets using a dado system, and I've done some videos on it, and they were commenting about the dados, about how deep I do the dados, how I dado the frames, and different stuff like that. So I'm just gonna kind of go over that. It's the first time I've ever had a request, so I wanted to make sure I get out here as soon as possible and do a little video on something. I can get more in depth in it later, but I just kind of want to give you an overview. Like I say, I build cabinets using a dado system. I dado my ends and my partitions into the frames. The bottom I do not dado into the frame. I use a piece of, that is 5/8 by 5/8 poplar. It don't have to be poplar, anything that you can staple real good, but it's 5/8 by 5/8. I staple it to the bottom, then glue it and staple it to the face frame. The way I build the cabinets, I'll dado my frames. I'll lay my frames face down, and then I'll build my cabinets up from the face. So, alright, y'all have seen the dados. This is a little project cabinet here, by the way. This is the next project coming up. I've got, this is going to be a bedside table. I got two of these, and I've got a dresser that's going to be a matching set. I'm going to do some videos on them, but right now I'm worried about the dados. So I'm going to stick y'all up here. I'm going to stick y'all up here on my little stand. And we're just going to do a simple overview on how I do it when I build cabinets. As far as the depth, well, first off, these dados, I've got them all the way to the edge. This is a special cabinet, specialized dados. So normally I have them in, and I'll leave what we call an ear. I'll leave the frame sticking over unless it's a finished end. But right now I'm just going to kind of go over the depth. On the frames, I go 1/4 inch. You go 1/4 inch in, make sure my dado is 1/4 inch deep, because I'm working with the inside here. I'll have my two ends made a specific size, and my bottom I'll make 1/4 inch less. So I have to make sure my dado is accurate so that everything goes tight to the frame and still flushes out nice at the bottom. So my frames, no matter what thickness, I always do 1/4 inch, unless it's something special, and then you just have to work it out. But I do that 1/4 inch. I make my ends 1/4 inch bigger than the bottom, so everything fits just perfect. I do it different when I dado my ends. I dado my ends, or I dado my bottom into the ends. So when I do the dados on the ends, I'm using either 3/4 if it's finished end, or 1/2 inch if it's a wall end. And you know the plywood is not the full 3/4 or the full 1/2 inch. Like this plywood right here, I measured it. It's a heavy 7/16. But when I'm doing my dados on those, for my purposes, I'm working with the outside measurement of my box. So what I will do, I will leave, when I'm dadoing in 1/2 inch, I will make sure I leave 1/4 inch. I don't worry about really how deep my dado is. I worry about how much is left on the plywood, because that's what I need to add to my bottom to get the correct measurements, to get it the right width. And that's, it just helps me do that So like I say, I do y'all excuse me, it's late at night and I'm kind of stumbling over my words here. But 1/2 inch material, which is usually just like I say, heavy 7/16. I'll make sure I leave a 1/4 inch worth of meat left on that dado. That means I'm dadoing out 3/16 heavy. It don't have to be dadoed in a full 1/4 inch. I need that 1/4 inch left so I can use that to get my measurements. And if it's 3/4, I make sure I leave a 1/2 inch. No matter how deep the dado is, I make sure I leave it so it's easy to get my measurement on the outside. And I am probably confusing y'all more than I'm helping. But that's the way it is. We'll keep going over it and over it. The more videos I do, the more projects I do, y'all keep seeing stuff over and over again. And that's how you learn. That's how we teach people in cabinet shops. You can't teach everybody or anybody everything in one day. You give them a little bit here and there and work with it. And that's how it goes. But anyway, like I say, I am just running my damn mouth. I have realized after watching a couple of these videos, the videos that I do, I have realized that I am really, really bad at doing these videos. But I don't really give a shit because I'm kind of having fun with it. Anyway, I'm going to bring y'all over here. For all y'all that have been watching, subscribing, and all that good shit, I'm going to bring y'all over here and show y'all what my shop is like for real. You see I've got this wall going on. That's my new bottom plate. This whole wall is new. I've got a brand new top plate, bottom plate, all new studs. All the way up to this point. And then we go back to the old, and I'm fixing to tomorrow come out here and tear the rest of that out. I've got to jack the rafters up. Let me get y'all back over here. I'm spinning y'all all around. Sorry about that. But that's what I did. I had to jack the rafters up, so I've got these boards right here that were scrap. I don't even know where they came from. My brother-in-law had them. Something got tore down. He ended up with them and gave them to me. I'm using them to jack this building up. Anyway, that's what I'm doing right there. I just got it tied to it. Got the rafters jacked up. I had to jack them up. Jack them up, build the wall, set them back down, and then jack a couple more up. So I've got this one and the next one jacked up, and I got to come in here and I've got to jack that one up. And I've got to come in here and I have got to get this corner jacked up. Because this bottom plate, I'm going to show y'all here. This is the original bottom plate. And this is actually a good spot. This is what I was saying. I started trying to work on this thing and I realized just how bad it was. Like I say, this is actually a good spot, believe it or not. I'll bring you over here and you can see. That's the bottom plate right there. Water has done washed into this corner, washing all the dust and dirt. But you can see it is completely gone. I mean completely gone. There, and a little further on over. That corner stud is sitting damn near sitting on the ground. If it wasn't for that 1x right there, they got a treated 1x because they use metal on the outside of the building. If it wasn't for that 1x, this whole damn building would probably be down on the ground by now. But that's how bad it is. One of the big things is got these fiberglass skylights put in here, and they're all leaking. That one over there, I've just got it covered up with plywood. It is gone, and I've just got it trying to block some of the water from coming in. I had a tarp over this building. When I first moved in here, I was in the middle of working on a couple of jobs, so I had to get in here quick, get it dried in. I moved out of our other house. I was working in the garage, moved over here, and I had to get it tools moved, jobs finished, and tried to get this place dried in and cleaned out. It was full of trash. But we did all that. I started on it over here, just kind of doing a little temporary fix right there. I kind of pieced in the bottom plate and stuck that OSB up there, and I was going to continue, but it was so bad. I got to looking at it, and it was so bad. The only real thing I could do was just cover the whole damn building with a tarp, and then as I got some money and got some time, come in here and just start rebuilding it from the inside out. And I'm going to tell you, I am so ready to get this sumbitch finished. It is unorganized as hell in here. I can't find a damn thing when I need it. And of course, I still got to get shit done. I got projects I'm trying to get done. I got work that I'm trying to get done. Of course, I'm not building a whole lot of cabinets out here for work anymore, but still, I got shit I got to do out here. I can't tear the whole building down, so I gotta rebuild it from the inside out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get that back wall there built, get it finished up. And I'm gonna start pulling that tin off the side because I can't afford to re-roof this place right now. But I'm gonna pull some of that tin off the side and I'm gonna patch places in my roof. I'm gonna go ahead and get these walls, these two side walls. I'm gonna replace it, redo all that, make it all new. Top plate on the ends, the top plate is actually good. I'm not going to replace that on the ends, but all the studs in the bottom plate I'm going to replace. Once I get the two side walls, I'm going to tackle this front wall where these skylights are. Boy, it is rotted away. I've got some braces there just making sure it don't fall on me. I got over here. That whole skylight's busted out. I've still got a tarp over it. My big tarp is dry rotted, so I got leaks everywhere. But I've got a tarp there, and you can see, let me bring you over there. You can see that whole rafter rotted and fell out of there. I've got to replace that. But once I get the walls done, I'm going to come back. These rafters are 4 foot on center. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put one in between every one of them. I'm going to go 2 foot on center for the rafters. The walls, they had them built 2 foot on center. I'm going to 16 inch centers on mine. Anyway, if y'all are still watching, I sure do appreciate it. I am just rambling on. But I sure appreciate the ones of y'all that have been watching. I appreciate the ones of y'all that have subscribed. I'm up to 445. I'm trying to get up to 500. If I get up to 500 subscribers, I'm going to branch out and start putting videos on Facebook and try to get a little more stuff going on. But right now, I'm just sticking to YouTube. I'm going to see if I can get 500 subscribers. If 500 people want to subscribe to me, then it'll be worth trying to put it out elsewhere. Anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you on the next one.